Hello, everybody. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, hello, how are you? If you like the vibe and this reading resonates with you, feel free to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'd also really appreciate it if you go ahead and subscribe, hit the little bell button so you don't miss when I upload, okay? So today we are going to be leaving it pretty open, but we're going to see channeled messages from your starseed origin. What would they like you to know at this time? So it's going to be a collective read. So take what resonates, leave what don't. Not everything is going to fit, and that is okay. Maybe the message is for somebody else. If you identify as a starseed or a light worker, an empath, this is going to be more in your forte, okay? If that's not something that you really resonate with or you're not too interested in that, I do have other collective readings. I just started uploading, okay, so there's not a lot yet. But I also do have a TikTok. You can go follow me over there at Spiritually Ziya, just like it is on here. I post other picker cards, collective readings. I talk about other spiritual topics over there, channeled messages. But yeah, so without further ado, let's get into the reading, shall we? When I was meditating on the energy, I was seeing like the staff with the snakes crossing it, like in healing arts. So some of you guys could be very advanced in the healing arts. You could be practitioners. You could be medicine men, medicine women. You could also just be in like the actual medical field, like a nurse or a doctor. There's something about something that you do where you heal other people through either your hands or energy work. Some people could tell you that you have magical hands, right? You could be massage therapist, hairstylist, nail techs. You could be creatives, like maybe do art. That could be singing, writing, drawing, coloring, painting, whatever. It is a general read, like I said, so there's a variety of things. So just put it where it fits, okay? I was also hearing Mintaka. So some of you guys could be very connected to the water, water creatures, dolphins, whales, turtles were specific ones that were coming up. But this could be a wide variety, obviously. It doesn't just have to be limited to those things. And also, with that being said, you could also be very connected to Sirius, because they also have a very deep connection with like dolphins and whales. So them were just a couple channeled messages that I was picking up when I was meditating on the energy. Like I said, if that doesn't resonate with you, this message could still be for you, okay? Let's see. What does your starseed origin, starseed family want you to know at this time? I also was picking up like Kundalini awakening. So some of you guys, if you don't know what that is, your Kundalini is your untapped potential. When your base of your spine has like a coiled snake, right? And when this wakes up, this is your power, right? It rises through your chakras, and when it gets to the crown, you reach some sort of enlightenment. A lot of people have kind of rough Kundalini awakenings. I know for myself personally that I definitely did. It was going on for over a year, and there was parts where I was like, oh my God, this is horrible. I wanted this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't believe I wanted this. But yeah. So far we got the Six of Cups. We got the Princess of Cups. We got Strength. Let's see. We love when that happens. Temperance. Okay, okay. Some of you guys could be having like a major healing or a heart activation right now. Maybe your Kundalini is rising through your heart center at the moment. If you get any like tingling or really any sensations in like certain parts of your body. This can signify where your Kundalini energy is rising at the moment, or what chakra needs to be worked on in order to allow the energy to flow more freely. This could also be a sign of something that is being activated or cleared right now. We got the Ten of Wands. We'll put that right underneath there. And the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, 1010. This talks all about spiritual awakening. 1010 is a number that a lot of people see. I know I've seen it a lot when I first started on my spiritual journey, but it can signify like spiritual awakening. So 10s are also linked to closing out cycles. And if you reduce it down to a 1, this can talk about individuality. This can talk about starting something new, right? And also 1 in tarot is the Magician. So this can also talk about you really harnessing your power to manifest something really big in your life, right? The Magician ain't no minor arcana. This is a big life-changing experience that you could currently be going through. We got the Tower in reverse on the bottom. Usually the Tower in reverse for me, it can be one of two things. Maybe you're either resisting some sort of change that needs to happen that Spirit has been trying to intervene in. Maybe you're kind of like working against it. But for some of you, this could also just mean like this is something internal, right? You're not going to see much change in your external world, like with your relationships or your family. You're going to feel it more on the inside. Everything's going to feel like it's kind of crumbling. You might feel, we got the Eye of Horus up in the corner. I never realized that. This could have something to do with your perception, right? The way that you perceive things. This can also have like something to do with your third eye awakening. Maybe you're having an activation to your third eye. I do want to pull some clarifiers real quick because I kind of want to see what this Princess of Cups is and what the Six of Cups is. The Six of Cups can talk about like childhood memories. This can talk about nostalgia. I do intuitive readings, so I do know the actual meanings of cards, but sometimes I pick up different messages from them. And I am feeling like with this card in particular, with the Temperance, I don't know, it's giving me the vibe of like soul family. Like you do have a soul family here on this physical plane. You did incarnate with a group of people, right? And you are going to come back together. It's just a matter of when, right? So focusing on your healing, being patient with the process, so that way you can make room, hold space, right? But there's a need to like be patient and continue to focus on yourself. I also feel like some of you guys could be creatives, right? So I did mention that at the beginning. I feel like what you do with like your hobbies, or maybe you do it for a full-time job, your work, this is what's going to bring you together with your soul tribe family. You're going to attract these people. They're going to feel very drawn to your energy. They're going to love your energy, okay? I also feel like you help empower people that are really struggling. You show them their worth and their power to free them from this like Ten of Wands energy, because you've done this already yourself, right? You've freed yourself from burdens, from negativity, pessimism. Like this can be other people, but I really feel like this is more of like a mindset. Look, you freed yourself. I literally just said that, and then we got the sun right there. Love when Spirit does that. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I did not quite ask what I was clarifying. I was kind of just shuffling and that fell out. Some of you guys could have... Okay, so I feel like if something is really meant for you, it is going to come in no matter what, okay? So there's like a need to be patient with the seeds that you plant. I feel like some of you guys could get a little antsy because maybe where you come from, when you manifest, it's like boom, on the spot, right? Because the frequency is so much higher than it is here on this physical plane. Here, we got to have a little bit more patience with the seeds that we plant. Just because we don't see progress right away does not mean that it is not happening behind the scenes, okay? So it's just a matter of when these seeds actually sprout. But there's like a need to keep tending to these seeds. If it's really something that you want, right? If it's really something that you want to bring into your life, you have the capability to bring it in. Don't doubt yourself. Don't let the negative thoughts or people get in your head and create this clouded judgment. You know if it's for you or not, because you'll feel it. You'll feel that deep pull, that yearning. And Spirit will keep urging you to keep going. But there's just a need to keep tending to these seeds if it is something that you want. The more energy that you put into something, the better the results are going to be, right? Unless it's absolutely not for you, Spirit will make sure that it does not come in, obviously, because it's not in alignment with you and who you are at your core. So let's get a clarifier for the Six of Cups. But if it's for you, it's going to come in. If it's not, there's going to be a lot of resistance around it. There's going to be a lot of obstacles and challenges. Not to say that there won't be challenges and stuff when there is something that is meant for you. It'll just be less challenging. It'll be a little bit more easy, okay? So the Six of Cups with the Knight of Wands. I'm picking up like, for some of you, this could be somebody from your past returning, or this could be somebody that you had past lives with, right? That is returning. You guys are finding each other again in this lifetime. There's going to be this spark, this remembrance, because you're going to remember their energy, right? So when you see this person, you meet this person, it's going to be like instant click. And this goes with anybody from your soul tribe. Friend, family, lover, right? Animal even. You're going to have this instant click. It's going to be like the chemistry is going to be there. Your souls are going to remember each other. That's the vibe that I'm picking up with this Knight of Wands with the Six of Cups. You will remember these people. They will not pass you by because there will be a remembrance on both ends. Maybe you won't necessarily know how you remember this person or why they feel so familiar, but it just brings you a sense of comfort that you've never experienced before. And that's how you're going to know. That's how you're going to know. Princess of Cups. We got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, like I was saying before, you could meet this person or these people in work or through your work, through something that you're creating or putting out there. Some of you guys could be kind of keeping your work to yourself right now. And there's a message of like, you're not going to attract the energy or the attention or the recognition that you are deserving of if you do not put yourself out there. There could be some fear around this, right? Like, what if I get rejected? What if my work's not as good? Or maybe there's a little bit of a perfectionist energy, like you feel like you have to perfect your work before you put it out there. And trust me, I've been there. I've been there so many times. I actually just recently started my YouTube channel, as I said at the beginning. And I was like putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And I'm not talking about myself just because I like talking about myself, even though I do. But I'm talking about myself because I feel like this resonates with what I'm trying to say right now. I kept putting it off though, because I felt like I needed the perfect setup. I needed the perfect gear. And honestly, I feel like a lot of times when we procrastinate, it's because we're afraid of the change that is going to come after we decide to actually take that leap of faith and do something big, step out of our comfort zone, right? Put ourselves out there. There's like a fear of how much our life is going to change, how much responsibility we're going to have on our plate. Maybe we have a lot of responsibility already, right? It's like, oh my God, I don't know if I can keep up on this. I don't know if I can keep putting the same amount of energy in. And that is okay, but I feel like everybody's got to start somewhere, right? Even if it's just small little baby steps. Rome was not built in a day. Rome was built by each brick by brick. You know what I mean? Take a moment, lay a brick, see where you want to go with it, you know? What do you want to do? How do you want to create? And I did see 1414, and I see 1444, 1444. So those could be significant numbers, but fours are all about building a foundation. 14, 4 plus 1 is 5. This is growth through obstacle, growth through change, right? So don't be afraid of change. This is what is ultimately going to put you on the path to create something new. Something within you is currently falling away, because we think about one talks about the self. We can talk about innovative, individuality. This can talk about like being a leader, right? But one can talk about the self. So we're rebuilding our foundation with ourself, within ourselves, right? So let's see, what is strength here for? Chariot. Oh my gosh, I love that. Yes, this is you not being afraid to really put yourself out there. You are going to be victorious, okay? You will get noticed for the work that you do. People are going to love you. People love you already more than you know, right? You make more of an impact in people's lives than you even know. People are going to love you. Don't be afraid to take that step. I feel like once you take that step, things are going to start to move very rapidly. We got the Knight of Wands and the Chariot. These are two very fast-moving cards. That could also be what is causing some of this fear, right? Is how fast everything might be moving, especially internally, like how much everything feels like it's changing so much, and how you're feeling these pulls to do something that is uncomfortable, but you know deep down, you have this deep inner knowing that another fast-moving card, Knight of Swords. You know that you need to take action. You have this deep inner knowing that it's going to be so successful, that this is where your soul is leading you, right? It's just maybe needing to conquer some of your fears, or really not be afraid to step into the limelight. Like, you are meant to be a star. You're meant to be a leader. Why is Temperance here? Let's get a clarifier for the Temperance. Ooh, Ace of Wands. Yes, this is all about something that you are manifesting. So Temperance is actually Sagittarius energy. And then you got more fire energy on top of that. There's something that lights your fire up inside of you. You're very passionate about this. And Spirit is like really urging you, like, do something with this. Do something with this passion. Even if you are just creating for yourself at the moment until you feel like the time is right. But I feel like Spirit's like, take action now. Now is the right time. We also got the Page of Cups again on the bottom. And the Princess of Cups is the Page of Cups in this deck. So there is a need to trust your intuition and your creative projects, your energy that you have put into this situation, right? There's a need to trust this, because you are right on the money. It might be something very new, and it might feel like it's not quite ready yet, but I feel like Spirit's like, you're never going to feel like it's quite ready. Like, you just need to take that leap of faith. I'm picking up Fool energy right now. It's not out here, but I'm picking up the Fool's energy. So it's like, take that leap of faith and trust that we got your back. We're not ever going to lead you down the wrong path. And I honestly feel like all paths lead home, right? So any path that you decide to take, whether it is a more challenging one, you will find that success by the end of it. You might just have to learn a few more lessons that you've already learned before. You might have to jump a few more hurdles or go through a few more obstacles. But I feel like Spirit's trying to lead you down the path of least resistance. I apologize. Why is the Ten of Pentacles here? You guys are creating something that is not only different from what your family's ever done, but you guys are creating generational wealth. You guys are creating a legacy, okay? Why is the Ten of Pentacles here? Judgment. Judgment in reverse. Yeah, this has got something to do with your calling. There could be a little bit of fear around it because maybe your family doesn't agree. Maybe you got people kind of like, that's not a good idea, you shouldn't do that. Almost like kind of discouraging you a little bit, right? But you know what you're supposed to do. You know, and sometimes it's good to keep these things to ourselves, right? And just show a motherfucker. Like, show them with the projects that you put out, and when it starts to blow up and it becomes very successful, then you show them. You know what I mean? Because exposing these things out to the people that don't understand. They will push their perceptions on you, and that can create a lot of clouded judgment, discouragement. It can create fear. You could be afraid of letting people down, or, and I feel like the message here is that you're not going to let anybody down. I feel like once this shit really picks up, people are really going to start to see your vision that you see, right? They're going to see because you showed them. You have a vision Spirit wants you to do something with. You guys have a lot of really good ideas. Write them down and put them out, even if it's just a little bit at a time. You don't have to take a giant leap of faith. Like, say, for instance, you're in a 9-to-5 job. I work a 9-to-5 job, but I'm also doing tarot on the side. I'm trying to start my own business. I'm trying to work on getting my own decks created. I'm also writing a book that I want to turn into an animated movie one day. I'm doing a lot too. And I've been keeping a lot of that stuff to myself until I actually put it out there, because I don't want nobody like stomping on my seeds. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you thought you was going to do that stomp? Like the Ace of Pentacles, right? Like when you think you're about to put something out there and you maybe tell somebody and then all of a sudden it doesn't go through. That's because you got haters, baby. You ain't popping if you ain't got no haters. Take that shit as a compliment. You know what I mean? You're meant to stand out. People don't want to see you tap into your full potential. But, oh well. And it's not even because they don't want to see you tap into your full potential, right? It's mainly because they're afraid to do that for themselves. So they're going to attack whoever's trying to do that. They don't understand how somebody can chase their dreams and do what they want to do. They don't want to understand because they're afraid. So they want to make you afraid to do the same thing. Fuck that. That is not your perception. That is not your beliefs. And that is not for you. Your starseed family, your soul tribe, they are here to help you along this part of your journey, to encourage you, to motivate you. That's what this is all about. Trust the messages that you're receiving. Answer the call. I know you feel it within your soul. You feel what you're supposed to do. You know there's something more for you out here. Don't settle. You can work a 9-to-5 job. You can do that shit and do something else on the side. Do your hobbies and your creative projects on the side. But I'm telling you, one day, that is going to be your full-time job, your full-time career, if that's something that you want, right? You're not going to get there by being afraid, though. You got to work through your fears. Step out of your comfort zone, right? I'm picking up like 4 of Pentacles energy, even though that's not out here either. 4 of Pentacles can talk about being in our comfort zone, being too attached to something, not wanting to let go or be more in the flow, right? Let's look at the 10 of Wands in reverse. Why we got the 10 of Wands in reverse? We got the 7 of Wands. Yeah, this is like that persevering energy. You got a very strong warrior spirit, right? We got the 5 of Wands on the bottom. 5 of Swords can talk about our internal dialogue. This can talk about other people around us, maybe not speaking the nicest words to us or feeling like we always got to prove ourselves to somebody. You don't got to prove yourself to nobody but yourself, okay? And we got the 5 of Wands right here. This can talk about competition or like even conflict within the self, right? Maybe we have conflicting egos that are kind of working against each other. We're being met with a lot of resistance. This Tower in reverse right here is here to help break down all of this conflict that you are currently experiencing and going through, right? It's here to remove that. It's removing the obstacles. And it feels really chaotic and it feels like maybe shit is working against you right now, but it's because you're maybe resisting a little bit of the change, right? Maybe you're used to something or used to a certain energy, so it's almost uncomfortable to try to let your guard down with that 7 of Wands. Maybe you're still being a little bit defensive, but you have a very strong warrior spirit. You get this from your starseed family. You get this from your soul tribe, your ancestors, your spirit guides, your star ancestors, right? That you get this energy from them. They're here to help you persevere through all the challenges. There is going to be challenges, yes. Like I said at the beginning, even if it is for you, does not mean that it's necessarily going to be met with no obstacles, no challenges. It's just going to be easier because you're going to feel called to do it, and you're going to continue to do it no matter what stands in your way, right? You're going to persevere, and you will be victorious. You got the strength. You got the courage. You got that star quality. You can do it. You are more capable than you think. I feel like that is like a big message here. We're going to pull some oracle cards now. But yeah, this reading is really meant to empower you. And I hope that's what it's doing right now. I hope it's getting that fire lit inside of you. Like, yeah, I'm gonna chase my fucking dreams. I'm gonna do what I feel called to do. Fuck everyone else. You know what I mean? Like, sorry if y'all don't like my language, but this is how I talk. So you're gonna hear it. Being over here, that's what you gonna hear, baby. I've been trying to work on my cussing. It's a little better, but, you know, it's not quite all the way gone. So let's see. What are some other messages that Spirit has for the collective? You want to come out or no? On the bottom, we have sacred space. Yes, create a sacred space or find your sacred space where you feel comfortable to create, to be yourself, to connect with source, right? It says, I find peace, security, and contentment when surrounded by nature's beauty. Get out in nature more. I feel like when we are starseeds or we come from other planets, other origins, right? Mother Gaia is the closest thing that we're going to get to feeling at home here on this planet. That's just what it comes down to. The energy is really dense here. We got to be around more high vibrational things, animals, plants, you know, getting back in touch with the elements, things like this creates that sense of safety, comfort, security that we need to be here to continue to create and be the best versions of ourselves, right? But yes, find a way to create sacred space. And we got number 7. 7 is a highly spiritual number. It's going to talk about spiritual mysteries of the universe, right? Having access to these things. I feel like you are very in tune with the universe, okay? We got meditation, and it's card number 2, okay? 2s can talk about balance, harmony, duality, polarity. This can talk about I like to look at 2s as like alignment as well, because I feel like when we're aligned with something, we feel balanced, we feel harmonious, we feel connected, right? I meditate daily to allow universal wisdom to flow through me. Yes, you guys have a lot of messages here, okay? From Spirit, that Spirit wants you to find a way to like ground these higher frequencies into the physical plane through your body. Like, you are a vessel, you are the bridge, okay? In order to help kind of create some sort of order with all these downloads and activations, messages that you receive, the energy transmissions that you receive, you got to find a way to quiet your mind and get in tune with yourself so you can hear these messages, so you can understand them. Light is data. So when we receive light codes and things like this, we are receiving data from source, from the universe. Spirit wants you to find a way to bring these down into the physical. That is part of your mission, is to bring these downloads and these activations into this physical realm. Some of you could be into light codes, light language, ancient languages. You could be into hieroglyphs, like runes. I'm picking up runes. There was something else. What is it? Fuck, it's like gone now. Oh my gosh. Runes, sigils, there we go. Some of you guys could be into sigils, working with the energies of these sigils, things like that to activate. Some of you guys could activate through numbers or receive a lot of number sequences, trying to almost give you breadcrumbs on your path, tell you that you're on the right path, or show you where you should be focusing your energy, right? We got 39. It says flame of wisdom, and it says crone, okay? This is making me think of a Hecate for some reason. It says, I am open to all of life's wisdom and share it with gratitude. Your inner divinity wants to shine out, okay? Like, you have so much wisdom within you that wants to be shared, wants to be expressed, whether that's through something creative or that is through you like speaking these messages out into the world, right? There's something that you hold that needs to be brought into this universe. There's a part of you that wants to share what you know. You feel like it's too juicy, too, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just too great for you to just keep it to yourself, right? What you know can help a lot of people. It can show people the way. You are a way shower. You are a leader. I feel like this message from your Starseed origin, your soul tribe family, this message is like, take that leap of faith. People are going to love you. People are going to accept you. People need to hear what you know. People need to hear what you've got to say. Your messages will not fall on deaf ears. Even if people act like they're not interested in what you're saying, they are going to store that in their back pocket, in that little file in the back of their brain, and they're going to pull that shit out one day. And they're going to reevaluate it, and they're going to be like, you know what, that was some real shit. That was some real shit. I need to look more into this. And they're going to go on a journey of self-discovery, and it's going to be because of you. You trigger spiritual awakenings. You trigger higher consciousness thinking within others. You challenge other people's belief systems, not because you like to create conflict or anything like that. It's because of the way that you have overcame so many challenges and obstacles. People that are stuck in that energy, right, because of some sort of programming, they find themselves in the same patterns over and over again, and you freed yourself from that. They're going to be like, you know, maybe what they were saying wasn't just bullshit, right? Maybe they were saying this because this is some real shit. Like, this is the way to free myself. We got air elemental, sorry. It says, I embrace the element of air and am open to all knowledge and wisdom. All these cards are talking about universal wisdom, life's wisdom, knowledge and wisdom. You guys have a very powerful mind. You are so connected to your ancient ancestors, to your universal ancestors, right? Your universal spiritual guides. You guys are so connected. More than maybe you even give yourself credit for. Maybe you doubt yourself sometimes with some of the things that you receive. No, this is straight from the source. You are so connected to the source. This is straight from the source. Doing breath work, meditating, is going to help you gain that trust in the messages that you receive, knowing that this is from a higher source. Not to say you could never come up with these messages or anything like that, but there's just, even for me, I know when I'm channeling from a higher source. Like, there's some things that I say, I'm like, I would have never have said that if I was not channeling or connected to something higher than myself, right? All the wisdom and secrets you hold within. Oh, this reading is hitting. This reading is hitting for me too. I feel like I'm flowing right now. I feel the energy. It feels very light and airy. You guys could be going through like a crystalline activation, light body activation. Oh, I got chills in my legs. You guys could be also going through like, there's a card in this deck right here. Let me find it. Oh, see, right here. Gaia Gateway Activation. You guys could be having an activation in your Earth Star Chakra. This connects you to past lives. This connects you to the wisdom of Gaia. I feel like this is also helping you regain your center so that way you can feel more comfortable being here. Feel safe to share, to explore and discover. see. What messages does... I love that. Especially because we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. So on the bottom we have karmic relationships. It says Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. I was just saying, you guys, like with the number 2, like that's polarity and duality and stuff. That's so funny. You guys could have been born into a very karmic family. You could experience a lot of karmic relationships. This is for your soul's growth, okay? You guys came here to clear out some karma so that way you can learn and grow from these experiences and retrieve your energy back. You gave your energy away in past lives, and you came here to regather your energy, learn these lessons, close out these cycles, right? So that way you can grow and evolve and ascend. I feel like some of you guys are also doing soul retrieval right now. When we clear out energy like karma and stuff like that, we actually connect back with a piece of our soul that we lost during those heavy times, right? So it's like you guys are reconnecting back with your soul, like another part of your soul that has been maybe floating around in the universe, created something else in another dimension. Like, I don't know, like shit is crazy in energy. Like energy is just crazy the way that it works. So we got empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. That's that Ten of Wands in reverse. You not taking other people's energy on. You not taking other people's perceptions on. I feel like with that mirror being there, it's like you're reflecting back to people things that they need to work on, things that they need to heal. It's going to be very triggering for people. But you are freeing yourself, liberating yourself. This is energetic sovereignty. You are releasing yourself from these energetic binds and ties, certain soul contracts that you have with people. You're freeing yourself from this. You've cleared your karma, is what I just heard. You've cleared your karma. So get ready to step into a new paradigm, to enter a new dimension. You're having a big energetic shift. We have water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. When we go through situations like we purge, we release energetic binds, or we do soul retrieval, or we are calling back our energy, it's so important to rest and drink a lot of water during those processes because it takes a lot out of us. It can be very draining doing work like this, okay? So make sure that you are cleansing yourself, cleansing your energy, taking care of your body, your mind, and your soul. It's important to have all three balanced and taken care of in order to have this beautiful, harmonious energy. It's like you're recycling old energy into like something that nourishes you, right? So say for instance, you used to have a lot of anxiety, you're recycling this into like excitement. Or if you had depression, you're recycling this into empowerment, right? There's like a alchemization that's happening. Temperance is the alchemist. You guys are alchemizing energy. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're sleeping a lot, eating healthy, drinking a lot of water. Make sure that you are really taking care of yourself. Weight of the world. It says boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Bro. You see this? Hold on. You see this? It's not yours to carry. It's not your responsibility. Yes, you came here on a mission to help people, but it's not your responsibility to take on everybody else's shit. You need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, that you are not absorbing everybody else's bullshit, their energy, their toxicity. Focus on yourself, okay? In all of these, well, in these two in particular, but if you want to look at the universe, it almost looks like a crystalline water, right? But in these two cards, they're both in water. Water is going to be really important for you. Drinking a lot of water helps move certain like energies, like heavy energies through our body a little bit easier. And if you can, I just heard deprivation pod. If you guys can get into a deprivation pod, if you have that around you and you can afford it, I feel like that would be really helpful for you. Just cleanse that energy, relax your body. Some of you could have also went through like really traumatic births, whether you had a kid and it was really traumatic, or you and your mom had a very traumatic experience during birth. For me, for instance, like I almost died when I was born. I was stuck in my mom's pelvic bone, and the nurse kept trying to make my mom push, and my heart rate and everything was dropping. My mom knew something was wrong. Doctor came in immediately tells them emergency C-section, right? I was gonna die if he would not have stepped in. That was really traumatic for my mom. And even though I don't necessarily remember that, my soul and my energy remembers that. So I feel like for me, for instance, I've been actually looking into this deprivation pod, and I haven't done it yet, but I am gonna get into it within the next, I wanna say like next month or so. I had to work on getting my car fixed and everything. So that's another story. We're getting off topic. But regardless, I feel like this could be very helpful if you've experienced something like that. Or it's also got a lot of other benefits. Like they do like salt and stuff like that in there. So it just restores your body or your energy. It relaxes your body, your muscles, right? There's a lot of really good benefits to it. I'd definitely look into it if that's something that you're into or it piques your interest. I feel like that could be very healing for your soul, very replenishing for your body. So let's see what is currently activating inside of you, what upgrades, downloads, or other messages the Spirit had for you at this time. Look, I shuffled and it says third eye activation. I was picking that up with this Tower card. I said with the Eye of Horus, you guys could be having a third eye activation or clearing or something. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, yes, Soul Star Chakra, okay? It says fulfilling soul contracts. Oh, I love that. I love when Spirit does that. I'm sorry, I get too excited sometimes. Remembering who you are, okay? You guys are going to start having a lot of downloads of who you used to be or who you are. Isn't this Horus right here? I'm picking up Horus energy, man. You guys could be very connected to Egypt. Specifically, Horus. Horus is actually my Egyptian zodiac, so I think that's really cool. And look at, right? We got the Merkaba. Oh, there's two cards here. Merkaba. You guys could also like really benefit from sacred geometry, working with sacred geometry, especially the Merkaba could be very activating for you right now. But you guys are fulfilling soul contracts, and I was picking that up earlier too. You guys have cleared your karma with people. You guys have accomplished or fulfilled the cycle. And I did see 2121 on the clock, and I did not say nothing, but 21 is actually the world card in tarot. So that talks all about completing cycles, right? So y'all are on to bigger and better things, okay? If you've been feeling really drained or depleted lately, this is just a sign for you to recharge. You guys are really coming into your own and your gifts, your abilities, and I love this. So we got Merkaba activation. It says transcendence, ascension, you are rising up. You guys are accessing new levels of consciousness. You guys are transcending your limitations. The sky is the limit, okay? The sky is limitless. So you guys have limitless potential in opportunities that are opening up for you. Very beautiful. You guys have reached a new level of ascension that I think your soul, it's like your soul has not yet experienced it, but you have came here to experience this for a specific reason. Like you needed to clear out that karma, that energy, and recognize your power in order for you to reach this next level. I feel like that's what your soul came here to do. That was like part of the purpose, right? Not the whole purpose, but it was part of it. We got inner earth. Oh my God, what was I saying? I said my legs were tingling. You guys could be having like an Earth Star Chakra activation. We got the Soul Star Chakra. You guys are having like from the bottom, like your Earth Star Chakra is 12 inches below your feet, about 12 inches below your feet, right? You guys are having some sort of activation from there all the way up, and your Soul Star Chakra is about 12 inches above your crown chakra, above the base of your head, right? the top of your head, sorry. I'm over here lifting my arms up. But you guys are having like a major, like full body activation. I said Kundalini energy, like there's like a rising up. You guys are like phoenixing so hard right now. I love this. It says inner earth, base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations. And I also said something about that with the fours. I'm sorry, I just keep like, I'm all excited because I was channeling this already. And then here it is. Spirit's like confirmation, confirmation, confirmation. You guys are creating something within your foundation. And it looks magical. Look at this. This is inside of the tree's roots. You guys are creating something magical. Oh my goodness. You guys are so connected to ancient civilizations, ancient wisdom. This is being activated inside of you because you've reached a certain level of consciousness. You've ascended to a new level. It's like you passed your initiation. We got star being healing codes, important information, wounds are healed, recharging. Yes, this is like wounds, karma, healed, cleared. Okay, you guys, and then look, we got the world right here. You guys are receiving healing codes, light codes, downloads, right? You guys need to take some time to recharge while you go through these processes, but you guys are receiving so much information and downloads. If you've been feeling like almost overwhelmed by it, ground yourself, okay? There's a need to ground these frequencies into your physical reality. You don't have to keep it all up here, super charged up. You can bring these down to the 3D so it doesn't feel so overwhelming. And you can also, if you've been connecting with higher beings, like higher consciousness beings, right? You can ask them to meet you halfway. You don't have to raise your frequency super high up like that because that can be really draining for you. Ask them to meet you halfway. And it can also be really overwhelming sometimes for some people too, to connect with beings like that. When I first started out, there was times where I would like almost feel like I was having a panic attack because my heart rate would go up so much because I was connecting with such high vibrational energies and frequencies. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? And then I went to my Reiki practitioner and she told me, like, when you go like to connect with beings like that, oh, I got chills right now. When you go to connect with beings like that, it's really important to ask them to meet you halfway. You don't have to be overwhelmed by them. And that's not what they want to do anyways. They don't want to come there to overwhelm you. They want to bring you some sort of information and comfort. Like, it's not to overwhelm you, to make you anxious or nervous. It's the frequency difference. So you can ask them, like, can you please meet me halfway? Help me